of the interview, but that was Splitz and Giggles. It's production by Lewis Jones, Dunn and Jordan Rising. And they join me now. Good evening, gentlemen. How are we doing?
Hello,
hi.
How's it going?
It's going brilliant.
Yeah, brilliant, thank you.
Right, Jordan, we'll go to you first. Tell us a little bit about yourselves.
So, I'm an actor from Bolton, and I really love comedy, quirky comedy, and that's exactly what the scene's all about. And I also run my own acting academy as well in Bolton.
That's great. And how long have you been working with Lewis, Jordan?
Me and Lewis literally met only last year, in the past year.
Ah, that's interesting. And Lewis, what's your background in comedy?
Hello, mate. Yeah, so I sort of started off at drama school, really, when I sort of found like a real passion for sort of physical comedy, really, but always sort of watching them back in the day, really, like Laurel and Hardy, you know, Jim Carrey, Will Ferrell, Bottom as well, watching all these amazing performers, and yeah, just getting hooked on comedy, really. And as Jordan said, yeah, we sort of met sort of earlier this year because of our agent Susanna, who sort of was really personal and just knows us very well, and sort of paired us together and said, listen, let's write something that you're both going to really enjoy. And yeah, here we are. Oh,
that's great that she put you both together to work. Cause it's definitely come off. I was in hysterics watching Splitz and Giggles the other day. So I watched it and I was like, can we get away with the amount of bleeps that we might have to use on some of the words?
Yeah, I heard a lot of beeps then. Apologies.
No, I mean, they fit the scenes. If people are listening, they need to check it out online. Tell us a little bit about the scene then, Lewis.
Yeah, of course, mate. So I think when me and Jordan started sort of writing it, coming together, a lot of the inspirations as I sort of mentioned, like Laurel and Hardy, Buster Keaton, Jim Carrey, Bottom as well, and Jordan had some other sort of inspiration as well. But we sort of came together and wanted to write a really physical sort of comedy that, you know, is a bit of a farce and has two characters that people can just laugh at. And as we were sort of going through ideas, we found this idea of two sort of clowns who are about to do a show in front of an audience, a family audience, and stuff goes wrong, and one of them actually loses their trousers. And yeah, stuff happens, and as you heard, there's a few bleeps in there, and yeah, it's really good fun.
It really is. And what was the writing process like, Jordan? Obviously, you'd only met each other a year. Were you quite delicate with criticism or ideas?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, me and Lewis said from the get-go, you know, if either of us don't like something, let's be honest and just tell each other, and we'll strike it out. And we actually co-wrote it, sat in Starbucks in Manchester, and we did a few drafts before we got to our final one. And there were a couple of things that might have been a bit too risky. We didn't want to step on toes. But then there was other things we thought, like, yeah, that's got to go in. So it was like a constant back and forth, and then we think we got it just right in the end.
And what's next then, Lewis? What are you planning to do next after this one?
Well, that's the thing, yeah, just sort of keep auditioning, because acting is the sort of long-term goal, which has been really nice. And so, yeah, sort of keep auditioning. Got a few commercials coming out soon, and yeah, who knows, maybe these characters sort of continue and there's more stories and more farce. Who knows?
Yeah, I certainly hope so, Jordan. Have you got any ideas of where you could take them? Because when I watched it, I thought there's loads of scope here.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, we were just discussing it like a few minutes ago. Like, we think this has potential to be like a pilot episode for a comedy. I mean, the two characters could literally be in all sorts of different circumstances and sort of different things. Like, you know, there could be a funeral and things could go wrong. You could literally put them in any situation, and the two of them would just make a mess of whatever it was.
Yeah, it's definitely got legs, if you excuse the pun, with trousers. Lewis,
very kind, thank you.
Lewis, if you could direct us where we can watch it online.
Yeah, for sure. So both of our socials, it's on there, but also Spotlight as well, if anyone's sort of interested in Spotlight. But we can also put it on YouTube as well at some point, so you can sort of find it on there. Yeah, it's just called Splitz and Giggles, and I'm sure you'll find it.
Yeah,
it's on my YouTube channel as well.
What's your YouTube channel? Do you want to give us the information?
It's Jordan Rising. It's my personal channel.
Okay, Jordan Rising, and it's Splitz with a Z and Giggles. And honestly, make sure you're checking out. And I hope you do, as well as doing your own individual stuff, work together and create more sort of crazy scenarios with these two characters, because I absolutely loved it.
That's great. Thanks so much.
Yeah, brilliant. Thank you.
Take care. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. That was Jordan Rising and Lewis Jones Dunn there, that shared a comedy sketch, Splitz and Giggles, with us. Check it out online. I think Jordan said it's on his YouTube page. It's well worth doing. But if you're doing anything